The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the Brahma Bull, the Great One, the People's Champion. Posted a video just a minute ago here on Twitter, and I started playing it, and I said, let me just watch it with you. Let me make content out of it rather than doing a video about it. Let's do a live stream about it. Huh? Then you can say what you think he means when he says what he says. So let's rewind to begin this 20 seconds earlier, and this is him popping up.
Oh, man. It has been a big week. It's been a big week in the world of professional wrestling. It has been a big week in the world of the WWE. It has been a big week in the world of The Rock, in the world.
So immediately we know he's a heel and he's playing it up, which is smart because I can't believe he actually thought that this would have gone over well with Reigns and Rock facing each other at the main event. Good. Let's see.
Of the People's Champion, in the world of the Great One, and in the world of the most electrifying man walking God's green earth, Daddy.
This is for you to know he's playing up a heel. He's even smiling here. It's kind of pathetic. It's kind of pathetic.
It has been that kind of week. And to quote the legend, one of The Rock's heroes, what's causing all of this?
Is that the American Dream? No.
It's been that kind of exciting week. Pro wrestling is exciting once again. It's been decades. Pro wrestling is cool once again.
You can't say that. You can't say it's been decades because you were wrestling a decade ago. You came back for like a solid year. You were the champion. Don't say that stuff. And then don't just crap on what Seth Rollins has been doing and what Reigns has been doing. Drew McIntyre. Now it's cool. It's been decades. What are you talking about?
It's been decades. Pro wrestling is undeniably exciting once again. It's unpredictable. It's disruptive because of one man, and that is The Rock.
Okay.
Because The Rock came into pro wrestling, came back to pro wrestling, a business that The Rock loves, an industry that The Rock was born into, took professional wrestling, turned it on its head, disrupted the shit out of it, and it will never, ever be the same again.
Okay, Flash.
And it feels good. It feels so damn good. And whether you like The Rock or you don't like The Rock, it doesn't matter.
I like The Rock.
Because it feels good. Pro wrestling is back on time.
Right, this is 15 minutes. No. He had to do it. He was at the end of his physical prime. He had to do it.
And it feels good. It feels good. But you know what? Here's the thing. You know what doesn't feel good?
Cody.
Well, The Rock will tell you what doesn't feel good. What doesn't feel good is all the bullshit that The Rock has got to deal with.
That's not PG.
All the bullshit that the People's Champion has got to deal with. All the Cody crybabies out there still running their mouths that The Rock has got to deal with. All the jabronis in the locker room still running their mealy mouths that The Rock has still got to deal with.
What about the candy asses?
Cody crybabies. Take a look.
You know who is my favorite wrestler right now? It's Cody Rhodes. Do you know who I hate and I fucking despise in this moment? It's Dwayne Johnson, member of the board of directors of TKO. I hate that man.
Hold on a minute. They're trying to do some sort of working in and out of shoot, working out of, and I don't like that. I hate this shit. It irritates me because there's a level of, when I come to the media, wrestling media, I don't expect them to play along with the storylines and act like the guy's real name is Rock or Goldust or, they're supposed to report. So in this podcast setting where we got Bubba Ray, who we used to ride with, Mark Henry as well. Who's this guy down here? Oh, man, let me see.
Right now in this moment, not as...
I can't figure out who he is. It's someone notable, and I should probably be embarrassed. I don't know who the guy on the bottom is. If someone's watching in the live chat, let me know who he is. Using this to progress storylines isn't the way. I don't approve of it. There's Dave Meltzer. That's not Dave Meltzer. I told people for years, The Rock is a hack. He doesn't bring seats to theaters. He needs to be a part of the franchise. Welcome to where you're needed. We need you in the WWE. I'm here for the quality content. Hey, I don't know if Dave is playing. Dave was legit mad. That's not Dave Meltzer. Dave who? Yeah, from the Nation of that's what Mark Henry and The Rock joined. When Farouk had to switch things up, he only kept D'Lo. He got Kama Mustafa. He got, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's Dave Meltzer. That's not Dave Meltzer.
As a person,
Right now.
obviously, but as a wrestling fan watching the product, the person I want to boo, the person I hate the most is Dwayne Johnson, board of directors of the WWE and TKO. That's who I am angry at right now, because I am looking at the board of director that came in, used his power to take this opportunity away from Cody and put himself in the main event at WrestleMania 40. That's how I look at it right now.
So you see, this is the level of absurdity and bullshit that The Rock has got to deal with. The Rock doesn't know who that guy is, but he knows what he is, and that's a goof.
Yeah, I've heard of Busted Open Radio. I've probably watched his videos before, but it's for Mark Henry and it's for Bubba, Bully Ray.
An idiot. Another pro wrestling Cody crybaby jack-off idiot who thinks he knows everything but doesn't know shit. The guy is sitting in his basement with a bathrobe and a Cody Rhodes t-shirt on. And he's talking about how much he hates The Rock. You don't give that guy a podcast, you give him a straight jacket. How much he hates The Rock. You hate The Rock, you hate The Rock. It has nothing to do with the board. The Rock will get to that in a second.
Okay.
It has everything to do with common sense.
I think we're actually going to get an answer.
Goof, and to all the Cody crybabies who are grown-ass men who think you know it all when you don't know shit. You listen up to The Rock right now. It has nothing to do with the board. It has nothing to do with the fact that The Rock owns everything as it relates to The Rock, the people's champion, full ownership, which means The Rock is the boss. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with common sense.
Right.
Let The Rock drop some gospel on you.
It's a good business.
Here's the common sense. When Roman Reigns, years ago, dropped the words, head of the table, those words were specifically and solely set up and created so one day Roman Reigns, the champion of the WWE, would come face to face with his cousin, The Rock,
he's being
the people's
real
champion, and together, combined, they will make the biggest WrestleMania
I got it.
of all time.
Got it. Let's stop and pause there. Is he in character this whole entire time? Yes. Now, that thing that he just talked was a storyline and the reason for it. This was the beginning and it was led to this culmination. That's why he said head of the table thing, the head of the table, just so that The Rock could challenge him for being head of the table. And the goal was who's really the head, and we're going to build to a match. Logically, common sense, everything he's saying is true. But you were in character right now. So don't switch modes from, hey, this is what the plan was, and I'm giving an honest answer. This is why what you're saying is stupid. And then switch into all of the catchphrases. I can't navigate those. It's difficult for me to take anything you say seriously or valid. Or even, I just don't even want to watch it. It's unenjoyable to me. The Rock does it. I've seen Ronda Rousey do it. Why am I selecting her? Everyone has done it. Where they dance in between their character and then they'll say something that's real and honest. And so he's trying to be, if you're mad at Dave LaGreca, be mad at Dave LaGreca and do a video about it and be like, what's up, guys? Just got out of a workout. All right. There's a lot of criticism that I've been facing. And this was the plans originally. The plans were Roman Reigns was going to say head of the table back in like 2019. He would start using that term. And that was my chance to come in and we would build to WrestleMania. That was always the intention. And so we were going to fulfill that plan. It's got nothing to do with me becoming the board member at TKO. You could say that in your normal voice, but here you are, The Rock, crybabies. That's the thing. Damn, The Rock more ripped than he ever been. Yeah. And since he's in wrestling shape right now, running ropes, doing everything he's supposed to be doing, falling, getting back up, learning to do that, or repracticing it, then he's going to be very fit. It's not just for show. 8-minute mark. Okay. The blurring of the lines is what makes it great. Oh, hey, everyone's entitled. We don't both have to be right.
The biggest match of all time, the biggest match in the history of professional wrestling. When Roman Reigns said those words, that's why he said it.
I get it.
Because that is Roman Reigns' story. That is The Rock's story.
That's right.
At one time, that was Cody Rhodes' story, but it was last year.
No, he won the Royal Rumble this year. Don't say that.
And what happened last year at WrestleMania? What's the technical term? He shit the bed.
You see, now he's back into storyline mode because in storyline he lost the match, right? In story. It just doesn't make sense.
And then The Rock comes back.
And he should have won the
on
Rumble.
January
And you should have won the Rumble in January of this year.
1st of this year. It's a big year. You know it, and The Rock knows it. It's an exciting year. You can feel it in the air. You can feel the mana. 2024, we're going to kick it off the right way. The Rock goes out there in front of that crowd in San Diego, California, and said exactly what he promised he was going to say.
No, don't
because
that.
We had an agreement, and that agreement was The Rock was going to go out there and he was going to test the waters.
And I was okay with
and
it.
He was going to see how the crowd reacted. Where should The Rock sit? You remember. Should The Rock sit at a booth?
Yeah, I remember.
Crowd didn't know where I was going. Should The Rock sit at a bar? Oh, bigger reaction. Yeah, The Rock loves a bar because The Rock loves him some tequila. Or should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
I was excited. Great news. And Cody didn't win the Rumble at this point. So there was no issues with stories.
Crowd that.
Cody could finish his story. Cody could do everything because Cody had, at this point, this is January 1st. The Rumble is January 30. The Rumble had not taken place yet. The anointments, that week of Cody challenging for Roman Reigns, talking about why that title's more important, that's what you interfered with later on. There was no problems at this moment. This was interesting. Okay, I guess it'll be The Rock versus Roman Reigns at Mania. That sounds good. Is he going to enter the Royal Rumble to win it, to challenge for Roman Reigns? How will we get to The Rock versus Roman Reigns? We're interested. How you got there, crapped on tradition and the basic rules. The winner of the Royal Rumble challenges for the title. That's the problem. Don't try to, this is really Dwayne Johnson trying to go, I'm going to go in character and I'm going to try to wind my way and try to be like, see, guys, it was always the plan. I'm going to try to explain this away. No, you're making yourself look worse to me. I had no problem with you. And I understand the business reasons why this match is bigger than Cody. Reigns versus Rock. Reigns has been the guy they've been pushing and trying really hard for the last forever. And The Rock is The Rock. That is the smart business move to do. This will bring eyes. And him just being on the board is just adds more to it. It is the correct match to make. We should not be having Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Cody should have never won the Rumble. And they should have never went that week of the Rumble, maybe 2 weeks. That's 14 days that should have never happened. What happened to Strowman? That man that was flipping over ambulances. I think he's injured. Yeah, there he is. Thank you.
That night exploded.
It did.
Around the world exploded. And just as sure as The Rock has chills on his arm, the world exploded because they knew after all these years they were finally getting The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Of all time. And what happens? Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
He wins the Royal Rumble.
Yes. Why did he do that?
Fair and square, works his ass off.
No, don't tell me fair and square like this is wrestling where if you try your best, you can win. You were just talking about booking. You were just talking about how you tested the crowd. You were talking real terms. You were shooting. Then don't go. Then here comes Cody. He wins the Rumble fair and square. Stop. That's really irritating. I hope I hope you guys get me. But like, he's not answering any questions or providing any meaningful context when he just dips back into storyline The Rock mode. Then Cody won the Rumble fair and square, and he worked his butt off.
And he wins that Royal Rumble, baby. Yeah. He's going to WrestleMania. Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. The Rock was happy. But what happened? The Rock called Cody Rhodes, had a conversation. But it was a conversation that a few have had with Cody Rhodes before. Because Cody knew the biggest match of all time was looming.
I'm rolling.
The Rock talked to Cody and said, Cody, you know, you love this business. The Rock loves this business. You were born into this business. The Rock was born into this business. Roman Reigns was born into this business.
The answer to your question, Fatal J, is happening right here. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. You're supposed to fight for the title.
Three of us born into this business. You know, Cody, you got the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time right here. You have an opportunity to bring this business up to places it's never been before. You can always, with all due respect, finish your story another time.
You're right. You good.
You agreed. You agreed. Rocket stings. But I agree. It stings. But I'm a team player. It stings. But I want what's best for the business.
This is bullshit.
Good man.
It was not up to Cody Rhodes to change his mind and say, even though my character in wrestling has won the Rumble and gone to WrestleMania, I do agree it would be better business if you faced him. That did not actually happen in real life. What happened in real life was Cody Rhodes showed up to work today and they said, hey, we're doing this thing where you approach Roman Reigns, you say some words, and then you shake Rock's hand. He's making this shit up. You agreed it would be best for the business, Cody. And that's why I'm going to drop my elbow on you. Just stay there on the mat for a little bit longer as I run the ropes. You see how you can't dance between real and fake?
Good man. And then what happened? In Birmingham, Alabama, a city we selected because of its rich history, and we knew we were going to make history. It was your job, Cody, to introduce The Rock, thus setting up the biggest main event of all time. And what'd you do? You did exactly what we agreed on. Brother, you introduced The Rock, and that place went crazy. And The Rock came out. And he dapped you up, he pulled you in and gave you a big hug. And I whispered something in your ear.
Okay.
Let's put on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Let's do it for the American dream. Let's do it for the Soul Man.
It's probably what he did say. I don't know. I really don't know if that's what he actually said, right? But maybe he said, maybe he didn't. I don't think he would invoke the name of dead people and lie. But yeah, I don't know. He's also in character. He's a heel. I don't know. So if that's what he said, I can see why Cody's reaction would be like, yeah. Anyways, that week, the internet fans revolted and said, hell no. That's not right. We don't accept that. If Cody just didn't win the Royal Rumble, The Rock won the Rumble, everyone would have been happy. Yeah. But yeah, Cody can finish the story some other time. He can win the title at another pay-per-view. It doesn't have to be WrestleMania. But we were down a storyline, and then you made a character, the writers of the show made the character of Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare, a wimp who wouldn't go after his goals. Well, no one wants to cheer for that hero. Yeah, it was a flawed decision that you made creatively, and people booed it. Now, thankfully, The Rock is doing the right thing by acting heelish. He's playing the role of a villain there, that we need that to be satisfied. He's just stupid in thinking that it was wrong to happen. And this little event that he's trying to explain himself, no, it was always the plan, guys. I'm not taking advantage of my power on the board. And power on the board or not, you're still The Rock. You have power. And this is your involvement.
And I gave you a hug. You hugged The Rock back. And what'd you do, Cody? You walked out of that ring on live TV. And you turned back and you looked at The Rock. And instead of looking at The Rock saying, yeah, go get him. Let's make history. Instead of that, what'd you do? You gave The Rock a look. And it's the same look you gave the world. Like The Rock went out and ran over your goofy ass dog.
Not the dog.
That's the look you gave. Like The Rock ran over your goofy ass dog.
I know that dog. It's afraid of fireworks.
Then sometime from that moment on until Las Vegas, you changed your mind. You know what?
No.
That's no problem.
No,
You
feedback
can change
came.
your
No,
mind.
don't say that. Feedback came back from the company. Feedback came back from your metrics. You noticed that you posted something about some charity, and people in your comment section were like, "Screw you, screw The Rock." That next night on Monday Night Raw, so 4 nights later, after that SmackDown moment he just showed, fans were booing Rocky sucks, Rocky sucks. The reception came back, and you said, "Okay, I guess," and smartly, credit to The Rock. He goes, "Oh, okay, we can't do that storyline. We are not about to just truck along and try to get this match going, Roman versus The Rock, because both wouldn't be fan favorites. Why would the fans want to stay for a match at the end of the longest WrestleMania, WrestleMania 40, just to have no one to cheer for? That would be terrible." So he's playing up the villain role.
Mind, you have that right, and The Rock accepts that. Everybody has a right to change their mind. The Rock accepts it. You changed your mind,
The dog.
but here's what The Rock doesn't accept, is how you did it. I'll say it again, because it's important to all the Cody crybabies and all the goofs out there and the idiots who still complain. Cody, you had a right to change your mind. You won the Royal Rumble. But what The Rock doesn't accept
He's out of breath.
is how you did it. Saw you in Las Vegas. Saw you backstage 20 feet away. Rock dapped you up, gave you a hug. Did you say anything to The Rock then? Hey, Rock, I got something on my mind. Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, Rock, I got something that's eating me up inside. Cody, go ahead. Tell me about it. Let's walk over there. Let's talk in private.
That is
Come and
not
tell
what
me
happened.
about it. Did you say any of that? No, you didn't say a thing.
That
But what'd
was
you
just
do?
them
You
greeting
waited
each other.
until Roman Reigns walked out there and announced he's facing The Rock. Then The Rock went out there,
Yeah.
showed the entire family tree, proof of the most dominant family
That
in professional
Wikipedia.
wrestling, in entertainment, and in sports in the world. And
And then-
accepted Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
accepted the challenge, blood oath, and we were going to put on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. What'd you do? Then you came out and you interrupted.
Coming.
Hold on.
Oh, this was spontaneous. See, that's the thing. Now you're expecting me to believe that this WWE produced event was a spontaneous moment where Cody Runnels went into business for himself. And that's the disconnect.
This right here is bullshit.
Just because you changed to a
You said
fan
it was,
camera.
You said it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bullshit. You could think it's bullshit, brother. Not a problem.
No, he's not. He's 50.
But you know where you really screwed up? It's when you talk shit
51.
about my family. All the Cody crybabies. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Shut your mouths. You talk shit about my family. What'd you call him, Cody?
It's not a family. They are nothing but lackeys, but yes men. They're goons.
And you spoke about Roman's grandfather, and you spoke about my grandfather, the great High Chief Peter Maivia.
If your grandfather was here, if the high chief,
Yeah.
his grandfather, was here, they'd be ashamed of you.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Hey.
did to you, Cody Rhodes, in that moment what I would do
Oh.
to you 1,000,000 times, which is slap the taste right out of your mouth.
This is so. I'm supposed to believe this was real. This was a
And
press
then what
conference.
happened? What happened?
You're back into
The
character
Rock
mode.
embarrassed you in front of the world, boy. Slapped the shit out of you. You had it coming.
It is
Talk
funny.
shit about my family.
It is funny when I can separate, the real from the fake. Is yeah. Then what happened, huh? I slapped the shit out you. It is funny. It's just disrespectful to my intelligence.
Again,
That's all.
said it to you then, I'll say it again. I'll say it forever. Talk shit about my family again, and I'll do worse than that. But then what happened? Your new best friend. You got a new best friend. How about that? You got a new best friend in the walking clown show known as Seth Rollins. What did Seth do? The Rock slaps the shit out of you. Seth steps to the Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock pushed him back.
That'd be
Gave
good.
a little love tap. Get back, boy.
Get back.
You don't want any of this.
Just a
The
tap.
Rock doesn't know you. You don't know The Rock, but you don't want to know The Rock in that way.
Yeah.
This is none of your business. The Rock doesn't know Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is supposed to be in a Marvel movie, but they reshot the whole entire Falcon film, so his role is out. He was going to be part of the Serpent Society.
Never said a word about Seth Rollins publicly, privately. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The Rock has no idea.
Was that it? That's 15 minutes. That can't be it. Oh, let me get the screen right.
Oh, man.
Look, TJ, you're right here. He said, I think you just got your answer around minute 8. Also, Dave, don't watch the whole thing. Oh, you were tagging the guys in the Busted Open. But does he have more? Like, did he reply? That's not, let me go to his page. Let me see media. And no, that was it. It was just 15 minutes. Is that the maximum that you guys can't see? It's just 15 minutes video. That's the last thing he did. Flash by Night, you saw the whole thing, so that it is supposed to end right there, isn't it? I don't know. Basco, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Perp said something about Dune. I just watched Back of the Bus, and Marcus was talking about how it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Cool. Good for Dune. Good for Dune. Really, it's nice to have another great franchise. I don't know if there's a part 2. Do I got to go to TikTok afterwards? Like, how do I know that he probably did like a cross platform? Part 1 is on Twitter, but you got to go to Tout for part 2 and then figure it out. I'll be on SmackDown next week and we can talk about it. We can finish the story because I wasn't done talking. Yeah. Hey, thanks for that. That was cool kind of watching that with you. Fatal J, if you are interested in that, I'll probably be inviting you to live streams and panels. The next time you see me live, I intend it to be this weekend, either Saturday or Saturday evening, covering the Avatar Netflix, the final 4 episodes, because he'll be on SmackDown tonight. Okay, good. Thank you. And I'll probably do a video on that maybe, because I'm kind of interested in this storyline. As much as I complained a lot about that, what we just heard, I am into it. Avatar Netflix coming out. I'm going to talk to Marcus and Mika and Guru. K-Dot's coming, I would assume, depending on the time difference and if he's available. And then might get a couple other guys. Appreciate you. Thumbs up. I'm still waiting for that YouTube video from YouTube to get considered for friendly advertisement treatment. That's still waiting. That's still pending. And that's going to be a recast of T'Challa video. It should have came on Thursday. But hey, we get what we get. Chill out.